Charles Bassey. I think the San Antonio Spurs have found themselves a rough, uncut gem, a diamond in the rough. All right. He was originally picked up by the Sixers out of the 2020 draft, or 2021 draft, my apology. And he was a highly recruited guy who ended up going to Western Kentucky. And he spent 3 years at Western Kentucky. And he was a guy who improved every single season. He was actually a willing three-point shooter in college. And he was a guy who averaged a double-double. And right now, he's played for the Austin Spurs. And the Spurs had to call him up to the main squad because for the Austin Spurs through 3 games, the guy was averaging 24 points a night, 13 rebounds, 3.7 blocks a night while shooting 62.7% from the field on 28.6 from 3, 71.4% from the free throw line. And now they've been playing him a bit more. And through like 17 games with the Spurs, after spending his rookie season with the Philadelphia 76ers, the guy's out here being a menace, averaging a block and a half a game, okay? A little under half a steal a night, grabbing like 6 boards, shooting 70% from the field, almost 71%, 6.6 rebounds, 2 assists a night, an absolute dog. And he's a guy that I've always been a fan of his. And it's just crazy to see how they just found, arguably, if Jakob Poeltl does get moved on and they I think they have Zach Collins under 1 more year, I don't have a problem with Charles Bassey and Zach Collins being the centers for the foreseeable future, unless, they draft Victor Wembanyama. But Wembanyama, with Charles Bassey backing him up, over the last 9 games, Bassey's averaging 15 minutes a night, which he's been averaging for the season. About 6 points, shooting 76% from the field. Yeah, 76% from the field. And grabbing 5 rebounds, blocking a shot a game. It's just been phenomenal. Charles Bassey is someone coming out of college. This is what I personally thought about him. And I was impressed with him out of Western Kentucky. And some people were skeptical that he was going to be anything more than a backup center. And that's his floor, a high-level backup center. But there's a pretty reasonable chance that with some simple improvements to his game, he could be a solid starting center in the NBA. He has to be more willing to keep things simple as possible, which is what he's been doing. None of the crazy stuff off the bounce that leads to turnover. He's been getting better positionally in drop coverage, okay? And that's a process we've seen over the last few seasons since college. And he's been more willing to just go up and play through physical contact. Okay, this guy's a big boy. He's like 6'11", 6'10", at I think standing at 230, almost 240 pounds. Okay, and for me, I think that's something that's really enjoyable about him. Is that not only that, is that he's improved and he's getting better. He's such a good athlete who's an easy leaper. He's a great rim runner with strong hands who understands the role of a lob threat. And he's so instinctual around the basket as a rim protector, where he's carved out a role as a guy who can put back, grab rebounds, protect the rim, and he's developing. And he has the tools that, like, his knees are good. I know part of the reason he's 7'3" wingspan on a almost 6'11" frame. And there's a reason why the Nigerian devil, okay, he tore his ACL in I think his senior year of high school. So that's what I think, is that he showed that he was one of the better finishers in college basketball. And that was it. Evan Mobley, Moses Wright, and Kofi Cockburn, and Justin Smith, in that same time. So it's just crazy to think about how he's played and how much fun he's been. And that you can tell he's going to be a guy who has a long NBA career. And it's fun seeing his skill set and the types of things that he can do. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think of Charles Bassey? Do you think he's a diamond in the rough for this team? And because that's what I think. I think you can't even say no, because it's incredible to see. And let me hear your opinions down below if there was anything I might have missed. But yeah, I think it's definitely a fun guy to watch who's going to have a great NBA career. And it's not a matter of if, it's more of a matter of when. And I think that's going to be, every time I see him play, it just seems like that'll be sooner and sooner when he's going to figure it out. That's the type of player who seems like a high-level NBA player who could have a long NBA career. And I hope for the best for him. And he's going to be a guy that I think the Spurs very much like. And the Spurs do such a great job at finding bigs when they need to. So that's something that I've enjoyed seeing from them right now. So let me hear your thoughts down below, guys. What do you guys think of Charles Bassey? And are you guys on the same page as me, or are you guys expecting him not to have success? I just think what we're seeing over here is a guy who's flat out dominating a top recruit who's only held back because of his ACL. So, bye.